So, when I was when I was a little kid, and maybe when I was not born in the early '90s, there was something good at TV that folks loved when they were young. There was, thank goodness, it's funny, better known as TGIF, which was an ABC Friday night lineup of all your favorite shows that had lots of comedy, lots of some kind of situations with drama and other kind of stuff. The history starts out with Jim Janicek was the person who wanted to bring the family all together to watch their favorite ABC shows of comedies. And even though why TGIF is more popular in the early '90s is because kids and family can love all the shows they like to watch, like Full House, Just Ahead of Us, Perfect Strangers, Family Matters, Step by Step, Sabrina, On My Now, Teen Angel You Witch, Boy Meets World, Two of a Kind, then Brothers Keeper, then the Hughleys, and the rest of the other shows. They were back in the early '90s because I wasn't born in the early '90s. I was born in the late '90s. Even though TGIF was the official home of Friday Nights of Comedies on ABC. Back then, I rewatched some of the best TGIF commercials in the early '90s. Meaning, I watched some of the best TGIF commercials on YouTube, like today and last year. It was because I never watched TGIF on TV in my life before, but I recently watched Family Matters, which was a great show. The show Family Matters is about the Winslows, even though they live with their next door Steve Urkel and all the other characters, just like going through many types of things that goes through problems, solving each problem with issues, and now everything's good with comedies. Just when the part where Steve Urkel says his greatest quote lines, "Did I do that?" Look what you did. Miller Boy were the creative people who make this show amazing. Bigley and Warren, they were good creators. Developers, they did great. And also Step by Step was a spin-off to Family Matters, including with Full House of Hanging with Mr. Cooper too. But they were all produced from Warner Brothers Television, was a division, maybe not from ABC, but a division from the productions of the Warner Brothers team. So the only thing is, I may not know why TGIF became most popular in the '90s because I wasn't born, but it became most popular for everyone to watch because TGIF was the best Friday night lineup for all of the people to watch their favorite comedies of shows. It's based on their time slots, so when it starts from 8 p.m. to 9:30 before 2020, hosted by Hugh Downs and Barbara Walters, do their special coverage of what's covering on the news or what's happening this week on Friday night. Reason is, TGIF could go first before 2020 airs at 10 o'clock, before any other news starts at 11. And the only thing is the fact of the matter is that family prime time comes first before news comes out at 10 p.m. So that way kids on Saturday mornings can watch their Saturday morning cartoons in the morning from maybe 8 a.m. to 1 o'clock. So that way they can watch their Saturday morning shows and learn something new. Watch educational shows that are best. And besides, it's the generations of how millions of viewers love watching TGIF. Been back in the late '80s, then the early '90s, the late '90s, then the early 2000s, the late 2000s, and pretty much anything. But ABC made a reboot of TGIF on ABC. ABC made a TGIF reboot in 2018. But unfortunately, folks don't like the new TGIF with new shows like Fresh Off the Boat, Speechless, and Child Support, and the rest. It's kind of like the thing is ABC bring back TGIF in 2018, but they bring out the legends who were the hosts of TGIF from the past. But unfortunately, it kind of maybe suckish, even with the TGIF in the mid 2000s, like Hope and Faith, George Lopez, Life with Kelly's, Married to the Kellys, Life with Bonnie, and Less Than Perfect. It was on the ABC. It was like the 2000s ABC shows. Fortunately, Turns out that TGIF, Thank Goodness It's Funny, was a successful Friday night franchise for to all the ABC programmings. And even though people love watching TGIF shows, now in 2017, millions of viewers can now sign on to Hulu to watch their best TGIF to 90s shows all the time, with Family Matters, Step by Step, Boy Meets World, and all the other shows. So at the end of the day, in conclusion, I think millions of people would like to thank the inventor, the guy who made TGIF a success on ABC, Mr. Jim Janicek, who was the best person who made TGIF on ABC a complete success. And I think that when I was born in the late 90s and never watched TGIF before, maybe I could watch some of it, watch their commercials, watch their hosting promos, and all the other stuff. That's part of broadcasting. But hey, at least TGIF is the next generation of when they could air some good shows back in the days. Now I wonder what happens if ABC will bring TGIF in the near future. Maybe in 2023 or 2024, man, any kind of year, but you're just gonna have to find out and watch it for yourself. And as for me, I think I enjoy the best of what TGIF can be explained for. So, goodness. Alright, I think I have explained enough. I think it's good for 11.